Hello, it's Easter week, and I thought there's no better week to bring an Easter devotion. And I want to share a verse that sticks with me almost like no other in the Easter narrative. Jesus has shared his Last Supper, what we refer to as the Last Supper, with his disciples before he'll be crucified. And they head out to the Garden of Gethsemane, the Mount of Olives, and Jesus goes off to a solitary place to pray to his Father. And in this moment, in this time, he's in anguish. The Bible tells us that because he knows he's about to go to the cross, carrying the burden of all of our sin. It'll be the most harrowing moment in history as Jesus carries the burden of our sin to the cross. And in his flesh, he prays a very honest prayer to his Father. And that's what I want to share with you and then speak to it briefly. Luke 22, verse 42, Jesus says these words, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Yet not my will, but your will be done." The cup is the crucifixion and carrying the weight of our sin, and all it means to do this as a man. He can't do this under the power of his deity. He has to carry the burden of our weight as a man, and it's going to be brutal, and Jesus knows this. And he says, "Father, if you're willing, will you take this cup? I'm in anguish, Dad. You know what's coming. If there's any other way to accomplish your will, could we go that way? Would you take the cup? Yet, Father, not my will, but your will be done." If this is how it has to go down, then your will be done, Dad. I just want us to think about that in our prayer lives. I'm trying more and more to remind myself and pray, in the end, God, your will be done. Here's what I long for. Here's what I hope you'll remove. Here's the burden that feels too overwhelming that I would long for you to take. But as I go forward, knowing that you are with me, Lord, more than anything, I want your will to be done. And if we have to walk through the dark valley, if that's what's called for, then Lord, your will be done. That's what Jesus prayed. That's what he modeled for us. He was so honest with his Father. In his flesh, he didn't want to have to do it. But in the end, he wanted his Dad's will to be done. And as followers of Jesus, that should be our desire too. So I want to encourage you, as we think about our prayers, one of the great things we should be confessing back to God is, your will be done. May you have an incredible Easter week, and may we celebrate together the hope of salvation that comes from a risen Christ. Bless you. Can't wait to see you again.